All right, so this next activity is probably one of the funnest things that I've developed. This is a little long because this activity is varied and it has lots of options for you in the clinic. So I kind of went with the gladiator theme, kind of tongue-in-cheek, but we have some key players. I'm going to introduce them to you. We have Maximus, and this is Maximus here. He's the biggest threader that you have. We have Junior Max, who it's this guy, and he has a threader as well. And then we have Mini Max, and all three of these serve a purpose. So to get started, what we're going to do is take this one apart. And I'm going to lay out my rug here. All right. So what I want to do is put a few of these beads, or however many you want, onto your Colosseum field. And we're going to take Maximus here, and we're going to hold him with just two fingers. Okay, just the first two fingers. We're going to pick up and place back in here. Now you can thread more at a time if you want. And back in here. Okay, so that's how he works on that side. Now move it to the other side like this with the ring and small finger, and I'm going to go back over here and stab and pick up. Now it's not too much of a challenge because he's kind of big, so this allows you to pick up the pieces, work on range of motion, stretching, and also intrinsic strengthening, and still do the activity. But now let's change it up, and we're going to go to Junior Max. We're going to do the exact same thing with Junior Max. This time, I want you to look at the hold under here. If you want to hold it with one finger, you can. If you want to tuck it into two fingers, you can. But because this one's smaller, it gives you more variability. So we've got Junior Max. He's going to do the exact same thing that Maximus did. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to take it over here, get into the camera view here, and I'm going to pick it up like this. So I've got this kind of hold under here, but I can also move it here. So because you are taking the hand and holding these in an intrinsic minus position, this is the longest position of the interosseous muscles. They're now on the full stretch. So when you use these toys or these tools in this position, you're ensuring that you're actually stretching the interosseous muscles. And the other thing to consider is it meets you where you are. So if you don't have a full stretch, you can use Maximus for that. And if you're working on end range stretching, you can use Junior Max. Now, what does Mini Max have to do with it? Well, he doesn't have a stick, so we're going to do some isolated rolling. We're going to put him right here, and I'm going to roll him back and forth. So the stick doesn't get in the way, and then I'm going to move him. Now I got a ring on, so we're going to move him back and forth to each of the fingers. So this is a really great challenge because we're rolling and we're holding that intrinsic minus as we come all the way out. So that's what his purpose is. Now we're in the Colosseum, and we're going to build it, and then we're going to knock it down. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. I'm going to pick up these beads first, half of which fell onto my floor. Okay, I'm just going to put them right there and retrieve them later. Okay. Now, here we are in the Colosseum. We want to build the Colosseum, right? So we're going to take these little guys and we're going to make a stack like this. Say this is the hand we're working on. I'm going to do, again, really make them work for it. Work on pinch, work on lateral pinch, tip, whatever pinch you want. And we're going to stack this up, right? Then I'm going to hook and lift off. Hook and lift off. Hook. So I have it in my hand like that, and lift off. I don't really think that the rug is helping. Let's do it on this surface, and I think you'll be able to get more control. Now I've got the Colosseum all the way up, right? I'm going to put them here where we can see. Now I'm going to take one finger at a time and pull the blocks off. Now when it comes to building back up the Colosseum, you can try to do the same thing. So we knocked it down and then we just built it up. Now you of course can use the same a deduction block pickup if you want to, but the ultimate stretch, the ultimate challenge comes in when you put Maximus between the fingers that you're working on and you hold it there and you combine it with the disc toss. And this is how we do that. So you don't want your patient ever to be in pain. So as you slide Maximus in, only go to the point where they're stretching their interosseous and there's no pain. Then with the unaffected hand, you're going to slide one of the discs onto the hole, which I tell you is a challenge in and of itself. Okay? And I'm going to slide it onto the hole where I can see it. Okay? And you do that for as long as you want them to hold the stretch. And then once you've slid these in place, like this, you're going to toss the disc. Okay? And you can go from finger to finger to finger, however you want to do it. So the ultimate stretch is using Maximus. You're holding him there. You're timing however long you want them to hold it there and combine it with the disc toss. So you do get a, turn it so you can see it, an interosseous stretching card. It goes through every one of the activities, and of course you're welcome to come up with any on your own. But this is, I think this right now is my favorite toy to use because it's so varied and it offers such a great opportunity for stretching of the hand, especially the interosseous. So I know your patients will feel the challenge with this one, but the good news is you can vary it so that they can accomplish it. We always want to do things that allow the patients to meet their goals and not feel defeated. So I hope you enjoy this activity, and I hope you can make it part of your program.